morning.
I'm Brett.
I'm Cindy.
We're the Tea and Gardener.
We decided to do a little bit of a front porch sitting this morning. It's going to be a little more challenging, I think, because traffic. We're out of school due to storm damage from the Saturday afternoon storm come through our county, and a bunch of trees that have stood for a long time stands no more. They are laying on houses and ground and roads and power lines, and power poles are down. And it done a lot of damage in our...
It pretty much crippled one side of the county. They're slowly getting the power back on the houses, and they got the water back going. But you
For
can
the
tell the
most part.
difference.
Well, at one point they shut down I-40 and they bypassed all the traffic through our little town, and my goodness, whoo, it reminded me of us living up in Nashville. I'm liking my small town living now.
Now, we tried living in Nashville for about a month and a half. We was ready to come home. Is all we could take of it.
We gave it a try.
Yeah.
We gave it a good old-fashioned try. We decided not for us. We come back to our little county.
We lived in a spot you could pretty much have anything you wanted within 5 minutes. If you could get in a vehicle and travel and had a little money, you could get pretty much anything. There was every kind of store you could think of, just around the block. But
his mama had been trying to get us to
not
talk
my thing.
into doing some drywalling with him. And we went to help her out for about a month just to see if we'd like it, see if we wanted to do it. We decided, nope, we didn't. We came back. It didn't take us long to realize, nope, didn't want to do that. So we came home, went back to our old jobs and said, forget that. It'd take you an hour to go 5 miles. It was horrible. But I mean, when you shut down 40, they had to go somewhere. So they bypassed them around in our little community. And the sad part of it is the only way to get back to the interstate was blocked off. It was shut down because power lines been down. I am so easily distracted, it's not even funny. Okay, back to what we was talking about. So the storms kind of took down trees, but God had his hand on our community in a mighty way, because to my knowledge, we've had no serious injuries and no loss of life. And when you see just the complete devastation of all the trees, I mean, we have trees in people's houses, like cut trailers in half. But then you have other ones who the trees hit, did minor cosmetic damage.
Well, I think it was just laid on top of it.
I mean,
laid down gently.
Talking to a lady this morning who our son is riding to the convention with.
FFA convention in
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
She's riding with her this morning. So we were talking with her because her family lives down in the area that was one of the areas that was hardest hit. And she said, yeah, they were blessed. They've so many trees down, yet the houses were just basic cosmetic damage. There's a few that had actual full holes in the roof. Now, some trailers were completely destroyed, but as far as structural built homes, I don't know that I've heard of any structure houses, that were destroyed. They've gotten some damage, but I don't know any of them that were destroyed. Not like the few trailers that we've seen. Which now, it's a river community, so we figure the storm traveled the Tennessee River, because it's down in the Tennessee River community area, and people's like, oh, it's just river camps. No, there's people that lives in them river camps. That's their homes, or year-round homes.
It was several miles off the river it got to, so it ain't like those river camps. They're actual homes and farms and places like that.
The marinas were hard hit. And it shut down our national park, our state park that's here. They closed it until they could get it fixed, cleaned up. We've had a chance to catch up on some of the videos I hadn't watched lately. Gotten a little bit behind, been busy this weekend.
I still watch too many channels. I can't watch everybody's videos, but I won't. There's always something, several of them I want to see.
Hey, there was a lady, there was some of them making, what was it, 1,000 viewers or?
Overlook Valley Homestead made 1,000 viewers. They were celebrating last night. Ernie Hatmaker is another one I watch. She was celebrating 100 videos.
That was
Done a
pretty cool.
giveaway. That was unique. What was the other one? Ozark Mountain Goats are getting
Yeah.
very close to 1,000 subscribers. They're doing a giveaway. The other one,
Hey, somebody had
Northern
a,
Preps Center.
something like that. Had a, they were celebrating something. It seemed like
North
Tyler-
Star Prep Center. She's getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. She was in the 900s last night too.
Seemed like everybody was celebrating something when your videos last night.
We're trying to get to 100. Yeah, we're going to celebrate 100. We've been on here for a few months, and we watched the numbers go up and watched the numbers go down. When we reach over 100, we're going to do something. We're still talking about it, but we'll come up with something. Some kind of little giveaway or contest, or we'll make it fun anyway. Since we built the greenhouse, like I said in the video earlier, it's been tore down 3 times. We've redone it back each time, and it just tears it back down the next storm comes by. This bad storm that came over the other day that tore down trees, barely even shook it. I mean, I was just amazed. I called my son and I said, when you get home, just look and see if it's still standing. That's all I care. I just want to know if it's still there. I know it's tore up. It's bound to be. Every storm we get tears it up. He called me. He texted me back because he was having cell phone trouble after that bad storm. He said, no, it looks good. He said, can't hardly tell it's been hit. I said, well, that's definitely a blessing. I've been staying out of it because it's been wet in there. We've got rain every week. I'm going to have to do a video here after a while of walking around in it because everything's growing good in it.
Even
though
the
it's
grass.
not sealed off. The grass is doing real good. I think it's the peat moss we put down. I think there was some seed in that because I've got the prettiest stand of the same looking little leaves all the way through it. Everywhere I put a heavy amount of peat moss, I've got a real good stand of little tiny greens of some kind. I just have to use the garden hoe, I guess. I found another bad design problem with it yesterday. As I crawled up in it now, it's almost head high in the middle. But the rains beat it up so many times, tore it down, we stood it back up. It's kind of bowed in the middle. In between each section, it's laid down. That was a bad flaw. I shouldn't have left 10-foot spaces in. It should have been 5. But I was trying to cut the budget because we didn't have much put into it. But every time you hit the plastic inside this thing, it rains cold water down your back. I had water running off my head yesterday and down my back, down around my belly and around places I didn't really want cold water, but every time I'd bump it, it would rain on me. And it was ice cold.
He looked like he'd just come in out of a rain shower.
I could shake my head and make it rain.
Mm-hmm.
But the garlic and the onions is taking off. The broccoli and cauliflower, whichever one switched now, because it's been too long since I put it in the ground. I've got some good looking stuff in there. The 2 of them anyway. The cabbage is trying to grow. I can see little carrots sticking up. I mean, it's doing its job. It just ain't like it used to be. It's not near as pretty and straight as it was. No Gorilla Tape probably wasn't the best thing, but it was the quickest way I knew to attach it. I made several flaws in this, but it's standing and it's doing its job, so maybe next year or this spring I can put more money in and actually get a full piece of plastic that'll go over it and I can weight it down all the way around. One of our problems is catching air under it. I ain't got enough lip on it to weight it down good, and it's blowing it up like a balloon. It's pulling stakes out of the ground, breaking zip ties, and it gets rather interesting when the wind blows. If it'll make it to Christmas though, I'll get my stuff out of it. I'll get stuff out that makes a difference in the cold weather. I'm just trying to make it a couple months with it.
Yeah, it looks like the sun that we was supposed to have yesterday never showed. It don't look like it's going to show today.
It's supposed to be 70 and partly cloudy. I think it's 70 and cloudy. We just skipped that sunny part.
But I'm out of cocoa, so I guess it's time to get up and start doing something.
Yep, we need to get busy. It is kind of warm. We thought we'd enjoy a few minutes on the porch. Thought we'd invite you along. Y'all have a good day. God bless.